Hey guys, it's Wolf of Valhalla Gaming, and we're here with Hellblade's Sinuous Sacrifice. This game is essentially the Viking version of Dante's Inferno. It does deal a lot with psychosis and other issues, so if those are problems that you've dealt with in the past, I do strongly advise take caution when watching this game. It's pretty dark. Anyway, let's get started. I'm gonna try and be quiet whenever the voices are talking so y'all can get a bit of a better experience, and especially during the story. So let's delve into some Viking mythology.
Hello. Who are you? Doesn't matter. Welcome. You're safe with me. I'll be right here. Nice and close so I can speak without alerting the others. Let me tell you about Senua. Now, her story has already come to an end, but now it begins anew.
What's happening? It's breathing. Dead. It's breathing. It's breathing. He knows she's getting closer. He can feel her coming closer. She's getting closer. They're watching. They're watching. They're watching.
This is a journey deep into darkness.
They're watching.
There will be no more stories after this one.
What is she doing? Why is she doing this? They're watching. Why doesn't she know coming?
Oh, the intro to this game gives me the heebie-jeebies.
He's already doing. Feel you coming. Quiet.
Oh, how rude of me. I never told you of the others. You hear them too, right? They've been around ever since the tragedy. Well, that's not quite true. Some are old, some are new, but they've changed. I think the darkness changed them, just like it changed her.
Can you see them? Over there. Why isn't she looking?
The intro to this is really dark.
He's in Helheim.
Look, up ahead.
In Helheim.
You see it too?
You promised you gave you.
Yes. It is real after all. She's finally arrived in the land of mist and fog. The place the Northmen call Hell.
So this is where Hela lives.
Go back. It's not safe. Go back.
If you do play this game, I very strongly recommend to play it with headphones. It gives a completely different feel to the game. Even now, because my last playthrough I definitely didn't use headphones, and it certainly makes a large difference.
Look around and you'll see them. The drowned, the sick, the slain. Here they lie, rotting in the fields and rivers of hell. But the dead don't always lie still here. This is not a place of rest.
You can't do this. Go back. They're going to do that to you. Can you see them? Can you see them? They're going to do that to you.
Oh, this is so creepy.
They're watching. Stop. Can you feel them watching? They're watching her.
The intro is very slow though. I will take this time to ask that if you are enjoying the content, go ahead and like and follow. And go ahead and leave me any advice for things that y'all would like to see down below
What
in
is
the
she
comments.
I can tell you. She's afraid. Wouldn't you be?
I'm afraid.
She would get used to it by now after so many years. But the darkness, it just builds onto itself.
Does anybody
growing
ever
stronger,
actually get used to their own darkness?
towering over her. You might try and ignore it, always there, just out of sight, where you're most vulnerable. It's like it knows that just enough light is all you need to see its suffocating power.
On a happier note, I did get my new microphone, so hopefully the audio quality is much, much better. Y'all are gonna have to let me know about that as well.
They can feel
You might think she's brave to go on this journey on her own, but it isn't bravery that drives her. Bravery only means something to those afraid of death. Senua's fear runs far, far deeper.
That was a very long intro screen.
What is she looking at? What is she leaving behind? I know what she's thinking. I hear her thoughts. It's not too late to get into the boat and go back. No one will judge her. No one will ever know. Oh, she heard us. There's no going back.
So the description is that she's a Celt.
Senua pushes away a world that conspired to cause so much suffering.
So I never really studied the Celtic gods.
There's nothing to go back to.
I'm not sure how
Worse to look
similar they
forward
were
to.
to the Viking gods, but this isn't
Why
a
didn't you
realm
join
that
us?
she should have ever been.
Maybe you two have a
Involved in.
part to play in this story.
Do not forget my stories, Senua. Because your darkness comes from hell,
to take her closer.
and your fate lies there.
She needs to focus now.
They say the burning of a corpse will take you straight to Hela's gate. But gods and the living will follow this path. You must leave the Isles of Orkney across the eastern sea and find a road that leads north and down through deep, dark valleys. After 9 nights of riding, you will follow a great river and will find a bridge covered in gold. The path to Helheim goes from there, across the river of knives that flows from the dark world of Niflheim.
Darkness is coming. Yearn for life. Hungers for it. Like a pack of wolves on his heels. But she's not stopping.
This part always creeped me out in the very beginning. As you can see, I obviously have done a playthrough. The runes that were not already filled in are the ones
Land of mist and fog.
that I missed essentially on my last playthrough. So as you can see, I'm not a completionist. I was kind of just trying to get through this game so I could
The river of
run through it a little
knives
bit
across which
faster
lies
for
the
y'all so
halls
y'all
of
wouldn't have to
hell.
wait for me to figure out the puzzles and things like
Place
that.
they call Helheim.
I need a new chair, severely.
Where are you?
So that's the head of her lover, Dillion. Viking lore said that your head is where your soul was, essentially. So to carry the head is to carry where his soul remained. But she's a Celt, and I'm not sure what Celtic beliefs were when it came to souls.
There's no doubt.
If any of you know about Celtic religion, go ahead and let me know down in the
This is in Helheim.
comments below how accurate this is.
Goddess Hela holds his soul there.
That's also why she has blue paint, because I'm not sure Vikings used blue. I know they had
Dillian.
the written descriptions of Vikings were always that they were covered in black ink and tattoos, so
What is she doing? Why is she doing this? Why doesn't she turn back?
also a great
She's doing this for him.
image right here. I just love how this game looks. For 2 years old, this game certainly holds its own.
Is in Helheim. His soul's
The bridge to Helheim. I forget its name. She forgets too. But she does remember that only the
This
dead
game's actually a
cross
request from one of my friends
it.
back in
Wasn't so
America.
easy to forget.
He knows that my actual religion is
The old force
Asa-true,
that was hidden
so
path to it.
the
Let's see,
lore in this game certainly speaks to me a lot. There's another rune.
The Northmen speak of 9 worlds. The world of men they call Midgard. Sky gods dwell in Asgard.
Asgard.
The gods of earth, harvest, wind, and sea dwell in Vanaheim. The good elves dwell in Alfheim. The evil ones dwell in Svartalfheim. The mountain giants dwell in Jotunheim. The fire giants dwell in Muspelheim. Niflheim is the world of ice and darkness. Only the dead dwell in Helheim. And that is where you must travel.
So they got the 9 worlds right at least. Or the 9 realms, I should say.
Quickly, Tom, quickly.
This isn't right.
You have to turn back.
I'm not sure how far I'm gonna get. I'm gonna do this in 1 hour segments. So hopefully we can at least get through the first boss.
She can't go back now.
No,
Y'all are
this
gonna
is it.
have a nice laugh
Hidden path.
at my combat abilities as I'm relearning how to play this game with the controller. So this is one of the puzzles I was talking about. You have to find these runes that are marked about the world in different ways.
Dangerous.
Don't kill me. I'm not one of them.
Don't listen.
I was just hiding. I find I live longer that way.
Don't listen.
I'll never let the bastards catch me again. Never! Wait, who are you?
It's just a memory.
Druth? Is that you?
For my tales of the Northmen, they call me Druth. Liar.
He's
An old fool. Truth is my truth.
It's good to see you again. You kept your vow.
Guide you in this life and the next. I will tell you my stories of hell, if I may walk with you.
So I don't really understand his story.
I'm listening.
I think he was taken
Runes seal the gates to hell.
and captured when she was in the woods.
And you too will see what's hidden in plain
I can
sight.
see one.
Hold it in your mind's eye. Find one like it to open the gate.
Use your eyes. Is she looking closer? She needs
Its
to look
name.
closer.
Look towards the gate. And the gate will open.
So this game actually has quite a few puzzles like this.
Go through the gate.
Go through it. It's dangerous.
They're actually quite fun to do.
What's behind the gate? Thank you. It's not safe.
God, the voices in
I spent
head.
6 years enslaved in hell. But I watched the Northmen. Learnt their ways.
I know you did.
You listened when everyone else laughed. My people paid a heavy price. Carry my stories with you, and together we will make the Northmen feel our fury.
So I'm not quite sure if Dillion was a Viking or a Northman, as they're called.
Another voice joins us. She once tried to make them go away. Pretend they weren't real. But what good is that? When we are always here.
It never really explains if he
I guess
was
it's the same with heights.
a Northman or a Viking,
Stand on the
or a
edge.
Celt like her.
Pretend it's going to be okay.
Because it wouldn't really make sense if
But you know that death
he
is
was killed
near,
by Vikings, that he'd go to a Viking
waiting
hell.
for you to make that little slip.
Maybe we can figure it out together, or if one of you already
Can't
know,
just wish things away.
you can let me know.
The world of the dead is ruled by the giantess, Hela, daughter of Loki.
So we
The
have...
world of the dead is ruled
Okay,
by the
we've got one more
giantess,
left.
Hela, daughter of Loki. The gods feared her bloodline, bad on her mother's side and yet much worse on her father's. So, as a child, the All-Father cast her down into Helheim and gave her power over those who die of sickness, age, hardship, and self-slaughter. In all of the 9 worlds, only Hela can resurrect the dead. To Hela, your Dillion was sacrificed, and with her you must bargain.
Okay, so following that, I'm going to assume Dillion was actually a Celt, and the Northmen just sacrificed her when they sacrificed him. Make sure I'm not missing that rune. I am going to try and get all of the runes this time, so we can at least get the full backstory and some more lore. No promises, as the runes are slightly difficult to find sometimes.
Stay back. Look at it. You have to open it.
The gate to Helheim divides the living from the dead. Is that the face of Hela herself? The half-rotten goddess that rules over Helheim. Whatever horrors lie behind that door, she must find him. Shh. Someone's here.
So if I remember, this is going to be our first taste of combat in this game.
You took him from me. I beg you, let him go. I'll give you what you want. I won't resist anymore. Just give him back.
End it now. This is nearly the end.
The combat in this game is actually quite beautiful too, though. It's not as intuitive as I would like, but it's quite beautiful to play. Ooh.
Don't let them find you. Don't let them surround you.
Okay, so these are shadows, and essentially you can't fight them unless you're focused or you bring them back to the light. As you can see, no amount of swinging hard, no amount of blocking is gonna bring them back to the light. They're shadows. Oh, there we go. So this is actually a part of the story. You kind of have to die, which is not the greatest, but it explains a game mechanic. It's also quite graphic to watch.
A vision of what's to come. Poor Senua. The darkness does not bargain. It does not reason. It is rot. And now it has taken hold. It will spread towards her head, the seat of the soul, until there is nothing left of her. All of her suffering will have been for nothing. It's just a matter of time.
That's not very pleasant. The dark rot will grow each time you die. Fail. If it reaches her head, her quest is over. All progress will be lost. It's not very nice. Can't say that I enjoy having the perma-death being held over our head.
The hardest battles are fought in the mind. That is what Dillian taught her. With every defeat, the dark rot will grow and soon it will take her soul. But for now, at least, she still has control of her mind. And she will fulfill her vow, whatever the cost.
He's not right.
Listen to me, Senua. The goddess Hela lies behind the gate to Helheim. To open the gate, you must first face the gods that guard it. The god of fire, Surt, and the god of illusion, Valravan. Spill their blood to open the gate to Helheim and enter the land of the dead.
So we're gonna go to Surt first. And I'm pretty sure Surt was actually a giant, not a god.
How will she get through? Why won't it open? Why can't she open it? She needs to challenge the gods.
She has to fight 2 gods first.
2 gods.
Oh, I forgot there's a rune behind me. I need to get to that first.
Fire giant has
But
answered.
there we go.
He comes from a land older than mankind,
Choose a gate, son.
and the Northmen call upon his flaming sword to raise their enemies to the ground. Find him, Senua, and spill his blood. The Northmen say that in the beginning there was nothing but darkness.
She found the wretched old fool on her way back from the wilds. An outcast. He was badly burnt all over. She took pity on him, for he was not long for this world. Like her, who spoke of his own darkness. The Northmen.
Continued to drip.
Okay,
And the
there we
power
go.
of the void gave life to it, and it became a cow. whose milk fed the giant. That's right, a cow. But you weren't expecting that.
It's very true. There was a giant cow who fed the first giant. Odin and his brothers fought the giant and slayed it, and that's what became the 9 realms. At least as far as I can remember. It's been a while since I've read anything, really. I should probably get back to my Havama. Do a blot or several to the different gods. Is there anything down here that I'm missing? So the game does give a slight ability to kind of run around and explore, but at the same time it's pretty linear. Oh, yep, here we go. Symbol
The
of
North
Tyr.
tell this story. Before the earth was created, there was a world called Muspel. Because it was in the south, it was bright and hot, flaming, burning. Sparks that flew out from Muspel became the stars. Other sparks melted ice in the frozen world of Niflheim, creating the body of the first giant, Ymir. Muspel is one of the 9 worlds, and is now the land of the fire giants. And people from elsewhere cannot endure a journey there.
Okay. I don't really want to run away from those. If you get too far away, the story stops. And if the story stops, there's really not a point even letting y'all listen to it. So, when I find the runes, I'll do my best to stay around them and let y'all hear the stories. Oof. Those voices in our head are getting annoying. Ooh. It's getting a little dark here.
You're going towards your fires. Finish this! Finish this!
Never be too careful with these guys. They will sneak up behind you.
She's scared.
Oh.
Yes, nobody cares. Don't let them surround you. Don't let them get behind you.
Nope. Can't die.
Surprise him!
Okay, there we go. So the combat in this game is actually a lot of fun. It's just, they will throw a lot of people at you very rapidly.
I can still smell it. The sweet, sickly stench of burning human flesh. And I still hear their cries carried in the wind. Do you hear them too, Senua?
Yes, I heard their screams, and I still hear them now.
Give up.
I do love puzzles that are like this, though. And now it's raining. Lovely.
The path to Helheim is sealed to the living. But you already walk amongst the dead.
Just make sure I'm not missing any runes back here.
Look towards the gate. and you will see that it has opened.
I don't think I am. I just wish she could move a little bit faster. Maybe unlock a skill tree or something for her, but I suppose this is as good as it's gonna get.
When they first came to my lands, I knew enough of their tongue to beg for mercy, and they took me as a slave. I wish now that they had slaughtered me like the others. I rode their storm of fire, death, and slavery to many lands. This darkness you speak of, I know it well.
And I'm still here to fight it.
Make sure there's no runes that I'm missing. This looks like an arena to fight.
Finish this! End it now! Don't give up! Don't give up!
No. These guys are actually pretty easy in comparison to the other targets and hostiles that you'll face in the game. Gotta get my blocking a little bit better.
It's nearly over! She's got her sword. Prepare yourself. Go! Attack! Look behind! They've surrounded you. She's not strong enough. She can't do it.
Oh, there we go. You usually get a decent chance to survive from one of those.
She can still do it.
Oh, nope, we died. Okay. Well, there's the first death. And the rock grows slightly larger. Let's try and get this battle done. I apologize, I'm still trying to relearn all the combat with my controller versus keyboard. Wow. Could you, like, wait 10 seconds?
You finished it. Behind you. He's down. Finish it. Finish it. Behind you.
Okay, that time went much better.
When you see a fire gate of Surt, know that only a sacrifice will stop
Make sure
the
there's no
fires of
runes
Muspelheim.
around here that I'm missing.
Dead walk through. Find the fire, Senua, to follow the path to Surt.
I don't think there's any runes around here. Things get really trippy here.
Hell will not give you the answers you want. But you mustn't look away from the horrors it does offer. Because you cannot overcome suffering if you refuse to look at it.
So the game itself is between 5 and 7 hours long, depending how you play it.
The pyre. Surt is through there. He's waiting for her. You can't get through.
Oh yeah, I can't
How
get
will
through
she
that.
get through?
She'll need to find another way.
And depending on reviews, I may do slightly longer segments.
Find your own path.
This is...
There's always another way.
There's always
The Northmen say that the defender of Muspel is called Surt, the
I missed one
foremost of the
again.
fire giants.
I missed one
His name
between
means
tier.
the Black One, because he is like something burnt. The Northmen believe that he sits at the border of Muspel with his flaming sword, and at the end of the world he will leave his post. He will travel to Asgard and Midgard, waging war against all the gods. He will be victorious, and then burn the whole world with fire.
Relatively accurate.
another gate. Another gate.
She needs to find it.
Another fire sacrifice.
Another.
Find the fire, Senua, to follow the path to Surt.
It's getting pretty dark.
It's too far.
She'll never find it. She'll never make her way back.
She needs to remember the way back.
What happens when she finds it?
Everything will burn.
Concentrate on where you're going. She needs to remember the path.
Everything will burn, then how will she find the way back?
She won't. She won't be able to tell.
The Northmen made fire sacrifices, burning slaves like me to reveal the path to Surt.
I searched for meaning in their suffering, in their eyes. But they just screamed like
Oh, is that one down there?
helpless pigs.
I think I missed a, I'm gonna go see if that's a room down there that I missed. And then we'll come back up and do the fire. I don't want y'all to miss out on any of this.
The Northmen believe that the world will be destroyed someday. They call it Ragnarok, the destiny of the gods. Asgard will be attacked by Surt and the fire giants. A monstrous wolf will swallow the sun. And the
Fenrir.
gods will fight in vain against their enemies. There is nothing they can do to prevent it. But Odin ever seeks knowledge and magic, hoping to find a way to postpone that dark day.
All right, let's light this pyre. Hopefully on the way back I can find that one rune I missed and let y'all hear that story as well. Man, things got real hot. Ooh, that screaming in my ears. Something else.
answer your prayers, Senua. I asked the gods for mercy, all of them, even theirs. None answered. In the end, I set myself free. Defy the gods, Senua! Find your own path, like I find mine!
My gods abandoned me! I am alone.
It's actually pretty depressing to think of that. The next fire gate.
Find the fire, Senua, to follow the path to Surt.
And I assume that we have to go through here this time to get to the fire gate that's behind it.
The Northmen of Hell worship the Devourers, insatiable gods of darkness. I come from Erin, Senua, where I once followed my own gods, the Tuatha De Danann.
Why did you abandon your gods?
Senua, I was a man of knowledge, not a warrior. To survive, I did things. Bad things. Like you, Senua. The man I once was has died. And when that happens, even gods you worship can die with you. At Ragnarok, the sons of Muspel will travel to battle in the ship called Naglfar, the corpse ship. And when the sons of Muspel leave the ship and ride to battle, it will be as though the sky had split open, and Surt will lead them. Wherever he goes, flame will erupt before him, and fires will burn behind him.
I hope that's all there was for that story. This one's tricky. I forgot exactly where to look to get it.
It's the secret.
There we go. So far we're doing good. I think we've only missed one of the runes. It'd be cool if there was an alternate ending if you listen to the entire stories. But the ending of this game's interesting. This is the one where the fire leads you on a weird path. Oh, those voices are just eerie. No one has time for you to go that slow, Senua. Ooh, don't fall, don't fall. Ooh, I didn't know there was two of them. Let's try not to die in the fire pit here.
He's gone. He's hurt. There's blood.
Force him into the fire.
Do it. You're close.
There it is.
You say your world has collapsed. Good. Let it collapse, and have the courage to shed your tears. Raise your world and cry!
My world is dead.
Only then, as with a newborn, will you see the world anew.
No. I see nothing now.
It's a pretty bold statement. I don't think you have to let go of everything in your past in order to be new. I think you just have to understand that you have to move forward with your life. Though this game was created with psychologists that were in the development team, so I'm not sure, maybe. One of the more complex ones, there's 3.
Tell me truth. How did you escape your darkness?
Senua, once I found my purpose, I was no longer enslaved to the suffering I had to endure to reach it. Unclouded by fear, I could see it clearly in others. Even my captors feared the fire of Surt. And so, during one raid, I took my chance and ran, knowing that they would not follow. The fool ran into the fire.
Not quite sure where this one is.
They left me for dead. Maybe they were right to. But here I am. Free.
I'm glad I found you in the lights. I wouldn't have made it without you.
I apologize, I completely forgot where... That would do it right there, if you saw it from the right angle. Could you not creak like that, please? Alright, let's try and figure this one out. Why do I feel like I've done... I mean, I have found this one before, I can't remember where it was. I apologize. This has got to be it. Somewhere. There it is. Jeez. Oof, I apologize. That took entirely too long. There's also a ruin around here that we have to get to. I wonder if there's an achievement for getting the runes. All of them. How close do you want me to be? That's definitely the rune that we're looking for. That's weird. It's definitely it, just not letting me get it for some reason. It's not a shadow. There it is. Okay, there we go. Let's get this last one. Make sure there's no runes over here to miss. Oh, there's one.
The Northmen say that what we see as a rainbow is the bridge that goes from the world of men to the world of the gods. For now, they say the frost giants and the mountain giants cannot cross it. But they say that when Ragnarok comes,
Not a thing in this world will be safe.
It's the
The
Bifrost.
Rainbow Bridge will break under the onslaught of the fire giants riding on flaming steeds. Senua, I have seen the fire of Surt spread far and wide, and to our lands. Ragnarok is coming.
It's an interesting pattern to have carved into the side there. And I know there's another room somewhere, I just have to find it. I think it's actually behind this building. Maybe not. Maybe it's on the other side of the gate, but I'm pretty sure that's not. Is there not another room here? Triple check real quick. Guess not. Okay, let's open this gate up and fight Surt, the fire giant. The first time I fought him was kind of annoying. I kept getting pushed into a wall. Quite a few burning bodies right there.
Senua, if I can survive the fire of Surt and escape my darkness, then so
Run, Senua! Run! Through the fire! Keep running! Go on! Nothing will stop! Run, Senua! Run!
She's dying!
It's him. It's him.
That was a little brutal. She's kind of cooking alive there. And now we have a flashback.
I'm sorry.
I think so.
I'm so sorry. This darkness takes everything. Everyone.
Senua, are you sure you want to do this? We can fight this together, side by side. We always do.
This is my battle. I have to face it alone. Away from here.
Okay, so this is when she went out into the
Where will you
woods.
I don't know.
So this is the beginning of the entire story, essentially, is she
I
left.
don't know.
And Dillion was killed because she left. Or Dillion was killed while she was gone, and she blames herself for
I
him
believe in
dying.
You know that. Just promise me that you will come back to me. I want you to say it. I want you to say it.
I will come back to you. I promise.
Come on.
The cutscenes in this game are a little ridiculous sometimes. It's a very slow-paced game.
spill the blood of Surt and take his mark, and I will choose you from the world and forever be in your debt.
They did some great artwork for these people.
Destroyed everything, everyone, but not me. Fight me now.
Oh, the music.
What's he doing?
Ouch. Ooh, ouch. Okay, now we have our focus ability. Slows down time, makes you ridiculously powerful. God. I forget we can't touch him when he's like that. Oof. Cooking alive.
What's happening?
Oh, flame shield. He's hot. Thank you for that. Come on, come on. Oh, did I die? Oh, okay, I just got knocked out.
It's not over.
Let's finish him. Damn it.
Stay back.
Timed that wrong. Oof. Getting pushed against the wall. It's not where I want to be.
She's hurt. She won't make it.
Ah, this fight. Don't let him power up. There we go. Oh, that was so much cleaner than the first time I fought him. Sorry about that. I had to pop my knuckles. And we have now defeated Surt, the flame giant.
For every battle won, a greater battle takes its place. And so it goes. Until we fall. And in the end, we all fall. Even the gods have their time. Yet we still go on. Why?
I made a promise, and I will go to hell to keep
I
it.
die free, knowing you will carry my stories with you. I have fulfilled my quest.
Yes, you have.
Sorry about that. My
Darkness
audio
comes.
software stopped for some reason.
I vow to guide you in this life and the next to fulfill yours.
Then I will see you in hell.
Be ready to face horror in the eye, as I have. To find your answers request.
I hope we haven't missed any runes. I know we missed at least 2. I'm not sure where they were, though.
Truth was a troubled man. Scholar turned slave. They tortured him. Took him with them on their raids. Drove him to madness.
We'll take a peek around, but
Spreading this new form
I don't
of
want
darkness
to waste too much of y'all's time just looking for these runes.
to my world.
We already went through here and found the rune on the right. Is there any more? So I think we've definitely missed at least 2. One of them I didn't find in the last playthrough either, so can't even go that way anymore. I apologize. I really wanted to find more of the runes to show y'all. That's the way. Okay, I don't think there's any. We found the one that was over there under the house. Just get back, I suppose, and start the next area. It's very eerie once you defeat everything in one area, though. Just how quiet things are. Did we already get this one?
The Northmen
Yep.
say that the defender
Okay.
of Muspel is called Surt, the foremost of the fire giants. His name means the Black One, because he is like
Oh, we could have just
Surt
come
in
through
black.
this way.
The Northmen believe that he sits at the border of Muspel with his flaming sword, and at the end of the world...
Senua saw a deep connection form between the Northmen and the darkness. If his tales of hell were true, then that was the source of it. She learned everything she could from him, until she too could see what he saw.
That's the fire pyre. And keep going. Almost to the bridge.
Have you ever died before? It's a serious question. When the illusion of self is shattered, you simply cease to be. Though it may not seem that way to others, you know when it is true. You can feel it. A stranger in your own body. An imposter. And nothing is the same ever again.
Oh, it's getting dark.
Senua has died before. And she will do so again. You can be sure of that.
This is when they start introducing new people. These heavies, they hit, and they hit hard.
She finished him! There are too many of them. Find strong position.
Messed up on that one. wrong button. I meant to hit the block, not the run.
It's not over. Do it. It's going.
There we go. Seems like a waste of focus, honestly, for just one of these guys. Three of them. That's when you really should use your focus. Oh my god, they keep...
Behind you!
Oh, they introduced the second heavy already? These guys with the shields are real annoying. You have to melee them and it just gets real annoying real fast. Okay.
The gate won't open.
She can't get through.
Why
Let's
not?
Go to the gate.
She can't.
Why?
She's only done one test.
Just
Just one.
She's only passed one test.
What's the other test? Is there another one?
There must be. The gate won't open.
Alright guys, that is all the time I have for today. We have
No, he didn't.
gotten into the beginning of the game, defeated Surt the Fire Giant. Next time we'll be going against
There must be
Valraven,
another test.
the god of illusion.
If she wants
And
to
then
open the
hopefully we
gate,
can get this
she'll
door
see
open and
Valraven.
start towards Hela. As always, I hope y'all are enjoying the content. If you are enjoying the content, go ahead and like and follow my other social media. There's Instagram, Facebook, and Twitch for live streams and content updates. And I hope everyone has a great week, and bye!